What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a top-5 team in this conference, taking on a team looking to get into the win column, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Back in the old days when they used to kick it back and forth just to play defense, is that what we're doing here? Catches it at the 30. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Got his man downfield. Flying out to the left. He's at the 40. At the 20, the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Aggies.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And it's wide right, no good on the extra point. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Got it. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled their last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Volunteers will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Throws for the tight end. On target over the middle. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Once that ball was loose. Didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player. But, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Vols can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Staley. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Using his legs, it's Thomas. Runs through the right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Tennessee! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Auburn escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Tigers fans there today could have done without this one being so close. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Leaves it with the back. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Really good-looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space. It was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Reed. Pulls it in, it's Moss. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Unloads quickly. Crosses the 35. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Trying play action. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Hauls it in. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Catch is made at the 15. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They're testing the right side here. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Concepcion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. It doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
He leaves it with his back. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks.
Offensive coordinators don't really have play sheets for 3rd and 75. Obviously, I'm exaggerating, but when you put yourself in a bad situation, backed up like this, you know, with mistakes and negative plays, not many plays in the playbook you can call.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So here is the Tennessee offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points, start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown Volunteers! A great catch and run for 6. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Kramer. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. To the air on 1st down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Dumps it to the back. Makes the catch. It's Moss. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass, it's Aguilar. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it.
It's a seam wide open. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
Looking for room. It's Owens. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2 and try to tie it. As it is, they're down by 1. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory, now 1st and 10 from their own 45. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Matthews. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one, and I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
Running to Green. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Caught near the sticks. It's Lewis. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown ball!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Arizona State dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite quarterbacks from Jake Plummer to Brock Osweiler, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Grabbed behind the line, it's Moss. On the move at the 30. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass. A little screen to the running back. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got a man. It's Bussey. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Aggies! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And that's a backbreaker for this defense, Jesse. They were doing everything they could, trying to let that clock run out, force a field goal. They execute under 10 seconds left, and they put it in the end zone.
Yeah, how about the situational offense there too, though, David? Understanding the time and the clock and managing it absolutely perfectly. And now the decision, do you go for two and try to tie this thing up before you head into the locker room?
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Quarterback making adjustments. Scanning the field, it's Aguilar. Going deep. Finds a spot in the middle. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Volunteers will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Off the play fake on first down. With the catch, it's Moss. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Going to swing it on second down. Ran through them. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And when you're on defense, and it's wet, and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Handoff from the gunner. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Back to throw. It's Aguilar. Thanks to grab. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And some room to work. The Volunteers have enough for the first down.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Let's see what he can do with the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Looking for more room. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers! These guys are really hitting their stride in Week 4 as they push out that lead.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Bringing it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Bussey.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Here's the pressure. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield all game long.
Turning on the Jets. There he goes.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Looking to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
And incomplete on the deep ball. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. Texas A&M going up tempo. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. To the air, it's Reed. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on first down. Makes the catch. It's Staley. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Vols can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Takes the handoff. It's Lewis. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it, and he had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. And the Aggies line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Aguilar. Got it in the middle, it's Matthews. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He stopped again. They tried to convert this short yardage with the running game and it had 0 success. It's 4th down. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Running into the open space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And his man. He's loose. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again. All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Touchdown ball! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Eastern Michigan is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 14 to Louisiana. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Dropping back, it's Reed. That's caught. It's Concepcion. Still running at the 40. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. This dude is dealing at receiver right now, and he's going to have them yelling well past midnight.
And these receivers are the ones that scare the mess out of you. The Mike Evans that on the outside that you know they're throwing him the football, and you ain't got anybody that can match up. And when the Aggies find those guys,
What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome everyone to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Vols will boot it away to start the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Pocket breaking down. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Aggies headed quickly to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Got the quick pass. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air on second down. Quick completion on the out. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown. It's first and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense knocking on the door. First and goal. Wants to throw again. Unleashes to the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Back to pass, it's Reed. Trying to find the end zone. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking to throw on third and goal. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Volunteers buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands, it's Staley. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on.
Throws toward the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run...